Good morning, Pisces, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay? Now, with this reading tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I like to focus solely on you, Pisces couples, just as you've seen the singles readings that I post. Okay? Now, this reading is valid until the end of July. And rest assured, Pisces, that this reading may not resonate for each and every one of you out there. But for those for whom this reading is meant, I certainly hope it offers you the information that you're seeking, information that will help you or better enable you to improve circumstances in your relationship. All right. Now I'm going to go on and just shuffle up these cards right here that I have here, and I'm going to focus solely on three specific areas here. I'm going to first examine an old pattern or an energy that you guys seems to be holding on to a bit too much, and you might want to consider releasing it. Then I'm going to move on and just share with you a topic or an energy from the card selected that perhaps you and your partner may consider discussing. And then I'll provide you lastly with additional actions that you might consider taking to, you know, to change the dynamics of what you've been experiencing so far when it comes to your relationship. So, as I said, I'm going to go on and shuffle up and see what Spirit has to say. So, Spirit, what message would you like me to share with Pisces here today regarding their existing situation and situation that they would like to improve? Okay, let's see what we have. Let's see. Let's start by looking at the cards at the bottom of the deck, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to go on and select two for you guys. We have manifestation, okay, and we also have dating, all right? So let's start with manifestation. So with that card, that certainly shows, ladies and gentlemen, that you, in fact, have the power to manifest the type of relationship that you're desiring here. All you need to do is just balance yourself, and perhaps some of you may want to consider doing some type of meditation or yoga type technique so that you can still your mind and so that you can figure out what it is that you want out of your in the way of a relationship. Okay? The next card here we have is dating. Okay, so with dating, this card is almost kind of suggesting that perhaps many of you may have overlooked qualities, with your current partner. I'm feeling because it looks like that some of you may have rushed into this relationship and you may have overlooked, as I said, qualities about this person that perhaps you might not like now. So it's really time to really clearly communicate your feelings and your needs here that I'm kind of getting with this card. Okay? So now let's look at an energy that many of you may be holding on to, or you're just hanging on a little bit too much here. You may want to consider releasing it. Okay? We have the silver waterfall. Okay, so with that card, it's kind of suggesting that's usually a very good card here, but this is suggesting that many of you are in fact empaths, and you seem to be like still clinging to others' negative type vibrations, which is they're not your own here that I'm getting. And I feel that a lot of this may have resulted from your experience, it seems, with an ex. And you're still holding on to guilt or resentment that you need to let go here. All right? It's time to release this negative energy. And it's time to really get back on track, Pisces, and get your life back a bit balanced. That what this card seems to be calling for. All right? So let's move right along and look at an area perhaps where you might, have an open discussion with your existing partner, as well as something that an energy that shows that your strength. Okay? We have sexual freedom here. All right? So with this card, it's kind of suggesting to you that, life is much more than just having sex here. And this is really telling you that if you want to improve your sex life with your partner, consider doing simple acts to kind of attract your partner. Random acts of passion was certainly they're certainly the key to getting more sexual intimacy here that I'm getting here, because this card is saying that you can just caress or just be very close to this person, or just do something unlike what you've been previously doing here. All right. And it's also telling you that it's time that you trust your intuition here too. Okay. So now let's look at a few things that you might want to consider in terms of actions that you can take here, or that you may want to bring or inject into your life to make your situation a bit better here. You have chivalry here. So with chivalry, of course, it kind of plays differently for both male and female. Okay, so if you're female, this is certainly telling you, ladies, that it's time that you allow more chivalry into your life here. And by allowing this, it also tells you to appreciate when you see it happening to you. So if someone opens the door for you, or just does something nicely for you, say thanks. Perhaps your partner might be doing these things for you, and you're just not noticing it. And this is telling you that it's time that you do. Alternatively, for you gentlemen out there, what you might want to do, if you haven't been doing so, is to allow or to embrace this, or have the more courage to be a bit more chivalrous towards women out there. You know, consider opening doors, or just doing something that shows your courage. Okay? And then you have distorted masculine. Okay? So with that card is certainly all about really not trusting your intuition here. It shows a lack of trust. It shows that many of you have, for some time now, have put yourself more in a win-lose type situation, or one of you may have manipulated or taken advantage of someone. There's an imbalance here, and this needs to be balanced. And it's telling you that it's time that you trust more your intuition, okay? And try to, when you're kind of discussing things with your partner, discuss things from a win-win type perspective here. Release the need to manipulate situation. Release worry. So the key here that it seems to be suggesting here is that you guys need to do a bit more random acts of passion with your partner, and to really just trust your intuition in doing so. Okay? So now I'm going to go on and shuffle up my manifestation cards here, just to give you a few more things, Pisces, or ideas about things that you might want to consider doing to improve your situation. Or, in fact, since we're talking about manifestation here, you had this as the card here is the bottom here. We're going to just give you some more messages. So, Spirit, what additional things should Pisces consider? Well, cards just fell off, so I'm going to read those first. It's certainly suggesting here that you need to keep your heart open. It's very important that you keep your heart open. You can't allow things that may have happened in the past to have frozen your heart. Op- Keep open-minded here with that card. It's time that you relax, as I just indicated to you. Surrender the divine, the distorted masculine. Stop worrying about things, okay? Reveal whatever it is that needs to be seen, okay? Many of you, like I said, if you've been bottling up your feelings, it's time to have this open discussion with your partner, and really let him or her know exactly what it is that you want in a way of a relationship. Okay, let's see what else we have. All right. It's time to be humble. Remember, be a bit more passionate. Do simple, random acts to incite more passion in your relationship. Again, I can't stress it any further than what I have. Work through your feelings. It's time that you do that. Okay? It's time that you just feel a bit more, and perhaps some of you may have talked a little bit too much and you just haven't listened to your partner. So it's time to talk a bit less here. And last but not least with these cards, you have to leave the past behind. That's very important because if you keep focusing on the past, you'll never get to the future. It's time to live, ladies and gentlemen, in this moment. Okay? So, keeping along those lines, Pisces, I'm also going to shuffle up these additional cards, surrender cards here to just give you a few more additional message here on a few things that you might want to also consider letting go or surrendering, particularly during this time span in question. So, Spirit, what additional messages would you like me to share with Pisces? Okay, let's see. All right, let's see what we have. Surrender to success, Pisces. Isn't that something? Which is the first card that I pulled off the deck. So I believe that if you do consciously or take some steps towards some of the actions that these cards have indicated you to do, suggested that you do, you're going to have success. Because you are, in fact, ready not only to experience abundance, you are ready to experience love. So it's time that you don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. It's time that you leap into an exciting new world, ladies and gentlemen, of possibility. Surrender your fear of intimacy. Okay? Because that's why it seems that you guys have that. You are, in fact, ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that really stop you from opening your heart, ladies and gentlemen. It's time that you do that. Okay? It's time that you consider surrendering to drama. Because no matter how emotionally charged a situation, it's time that you remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Because really staying centered will certainly help resolve the issue a bit more quickly. All right? It's time that you surrender the habit of people pleasing. Again, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. All right? And last but not least, with these cards, surrender to the wisdom, ladies and gentlemen, of your body. As I indicated, it's time that you learn to listen to your intuition. Listen to your body's messages about a person or, in fact, a situation. Because if you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, you need to be a bit more cautious, all right? Even in your situation that you're in. If you're energized and happy, then move forward, all right? So, in conclusion, Pisces, I just like to leave you with a message from my postcards that I have here. A message from Spirit, okay? A message simply meant for you, a message that Spirit would like you to focus on during this time period in question. So, Spirit, what message or remaining message would you like me to share with Pisces? Okay, let's see. Get you out a postcard here. All right. We have this one here. I'm going to read it as it is written. Dearest you, the common sayings, be in the world but not of it, and wear the world loosely, refer to the need to be engaged with life while not being attached to specific outcomes. Do not take this world too personally, for you are one of many co creators here to play, and we have many ideas about how all this should play out. Just know the outcomes don't matter as much as the presence you bring to each experience and how you let yourself flow through life. There's a real freedom in knowing and accepting this. So will you wear the world loosely or will it straight jacket you? It is your choice. Whatever happens, have the courage to keep trying to live as you are meant to. And when it comes to manifesting, don't worry about the how or even the why. We have that covered. Everything is going to turn out exactly as it should. Spirit has a plan, loving you always and forever. So, Pisces, this is what I have for you. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Be sure to like and share if this reading has resonated. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. And if you like a more personal reading, you can definitely contact me at will.brown at watconsultinginc.net. Enjoy your day. I certainly will be looking forward to hearing your comments.